welcome back to Champion News. I am Honey Milanez Dancy.
I'm Jennifer Ramirez.
And I'm Asa Paz.
And this is your weekly news. For this week's sports, last night the Chavez boys varsity basketball team went head-to-head with Dobson High School, where the Champion News reporter Matthew Chavez was there to see it play out.
Yesterday night's game against Dobson High School showed us a team that was very different than what we've seen from the champions this season. Although the first half was close and competitive, with the champions down going into halftime, they came out on fire in the third quarter and heated up even more to close out the fourth. After winning 82-61, here's what Coach Wright and number 32, Desan Schaefer, had to say.
Feel good about the win. Come from behind win, which is always good. We just got to tighten it up so we don't have to play from behind and start off strong like that.
It was a great game. Good way to get back on to the winning column, and we kept fighting. Ended up pulling it out.
The team will have a week until they have their next game against Trevor Brown High School, and here's how they plan to prepare to fight for another win.
Still got work to do from the standpoint of how our pressure looked in that second half and starting off with that. So, just extra reps with our intensity and practice to duplicate that onto the court from the start of the game more than anything. That's the plan.
The champions showed amazing resiliency in this game and even had a chance to have a little fun when finishing it out. For Champion News, I'm Matthew Chavez.
Last night, the girls' varsity basketball team took on Dobson High School, where they got another great victory after their game against Maryville, making their record an even 7-7. The girls will also take on Trevor Brown High School next Tuesday at 6 p.m. In soccer, the boys will head to Maryville High School tonight, looking to get another win after beating Chandler on Monday. The girls will stay home to take on Maryville High School, fighting to stack another victory to their record.
In local news, Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs is pushing for the renewal of Proposition 123 to provide more funding to K-12 schools. In her State of the State address on Monday, Hobbs listed a number of changes that she wants to bring to the state, including tax cuts, affordable housing, and education. As districts continue to lose staff, campuses are being forced to close across the valley. Hobbs is looking to provide a cushion for these schools. If the proposition were renewed, it would provide nearly $300 million to state schools.
In national news, as a reaction to President Trump's comments about wanting the United States to possess Greenland for strategic defensive reasons, a partisan group of lawmakers is introducing legislation to prevent President Trump from taking action to invade a NATO country or territory like Greenland. This is about our fundamental shared goals and our fundamental security, not just in Europe, but in the United States itself, said Rep. Bill Keating, a Democrat from Massachusetts.
In world news in Iran, at least 1,850 protesters have now been killed in more than 2 weeks of demonstrations, according to a U.S.-based rights group. As a result, U.S. President Donald Trump has canceled meetings with Iranian officials and told Iranian protesters that, quote, help is on the way. President Trump is meeting with his national security team to discuss options on Iran as he announced that countries doing business with Iran will face a 25% tariff. Meanwhile, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said that he believes that the Iranian regime could be facing its last days and weeks. The Iranian government has been issuing death sentences to protesters who have been arrested for protesting against the government. In the Ukraine-Russia war, Russia has intensified its attacks on Ukraine's power grid with hundreds of missiles and drones. On Monday, the United States accused Russia of a dangerous and inexplicable escalation of its nearly 4-year-long war in Ukraine at a time when the Trump administration is trying to advance negotiations toward peace. U.S. Deputy Ambassador to the United Nations Tammy Bruce singled out Russia's launch of a nuclear-capable Orishnik ballistic missile last week close to Ukraine's border with Poland and NATO ally. She told an emergency meeting of the Security Council that the United States deplores the staggering numbers of casualties in the conflict and condemns Russia's intensifying attacks on energy and other infrastructure.
That's all the news we have for you today. For more, check out our social media and head over to Champion News. I am Honey Milanez Dancy.
I am Jennifer Ramirez.
And I am Asa Paz.
And we will see you next time. Bye!